Hello guys, I'm Troy.
I'm Cameron.
I'm Jake.
I'm Adam.
I'm Drew.
And we are
Time2Talk.
So I just wanted to let everyone know we appreciate you dearly for tuning in because we love to do this. This is our 11th billion take.
Yes.
Because no one can hold it together. I mean, I'm serious. Once you get a bunch of guys in a room, they just go
jokes.
fart jokes and everything. I mean, it's so terrible. But today we needed to bring up a really touchy subject. We're all from Tennessee, and we've had a serious travesty go on recently.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to bring it up, and I'm sure everyone is expecting us to talk about the Smoky Mountain fire that happened. But today we're going to be talking about the second biggest tragedy in Tennessee, our
Tennessee
football program. Yes. Okay. I want to start off by asking our football expert, Jake Poker, plays for Cofield, Tennessee. What did Tennessee do wrong this year?
Everything. See, listen, this is what you do. You watch the series in reverse. It's about a really sucky team being really good and playing in a big old NASCAR stadium.
Okay.
Well, when I was watching this year,
Shouldn't have.
the first couple games, I was really excited. I thought we were going to go somewhere. I mean, we
no.
played terrible no matter what. Like, every single game that I watched, I was like, oh, but...
Really good first half of the season,
Yeah.
Just the comebacks, especially we were a terrible first and second quarter team, always coming back in the third and fourth quarter team. Then really the second half of the season, you really see us kind of pick up and take off offensively, but defensively we just kind of shut down.
I think that...
We had one of the worst offensive coordinators ever.
Do you really think Mike Wajakian is that bad?
I mean, look at the running back. We had Jalen Hurd, and he's running a daggum awful offense to go with him. He's a power back, not a run around the edge back.
Well, okay, so you're saying, should we have power run him, I formation, slammed him up the middle every single time?
Not every single time, but it would have helped.
But I mean, I think we kind of did that, and what I kind of saw was it didn't really work.
Yeah, whenever he was trying to do that, whenever they tried to do that, it did not work out well. That was what we called playing it conservative, and whenever they played it conservative, we lost a lot of games.
It was terrible. I mean, I was wondering, why didn't they just go for that? Fourth down, they gave up almost all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you had a lot of botched possessions too. When you're 3rd and 18 due to an inexperienced offensive line, and you're getting a flag for 5 and 10 yards, and you're showing up at a 3rd and 12 or a 3rd and 18, and then you got like Jake was saying, an offensive coordinator who just says, okay, we can either run a screen, a quarterback draw, or a halfback draw. That's all they've got on 3rd and 12 and 3rd and 18.
When you have Jawan Jennings, a wide receiver that can almost catch anything.
It's like, why would we do this?
Well, what game for you was the game that you were just like, maybe we're going to do it? Was there a game
Georgia.
for you?
Georgia.
For sure, Georgia.
The Hail Mary.
And what was the game for you where you were
Vanderbilt.
like, we're done. We're
No,
destroyed.
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Carolina.
See, that's what I thought too. When I saw how horribly we played against South Carolina, because we should have beat them.
Vanderbilt.
We should have beat them.
Well, okay, explain your thoughts, Jake. Why Vanderbilt?
It's Vanderbilt.
Okay. Was it more because the Sugar Bowl was on the line and we'd already lost the SEC East?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'll take that.
Vanderbilt did beat Georgia, though. I was proud of Vandy. Vandy did have a good season.
They did, and the coach didn't get fired. So.
Yeah.
At least they're okay, and they're in Tennessee. They're an okay football program. We have
Well,
that.
we Tennessee should have just done better. I mean, that's the big thing.
I mean, it really comes from me as I'm a UT alumni. So as I'm sitting here watching my team, a lot of people in the state of Tennessee, they can say it's my team, but if you're an alumni, it's your team. Like, there is no other, it's your team. And when we went 5-0 and we went to Texas A&M and we were in overtime, and
gosh.
Josh Jobs threw that interception, that was
Painful.
to me. Oh man,
It was painful. Me and my friend Andrew were watching that game, and that game was such an emotional roller coaster for us. We laughed, we cried, we hugged. I mean, it was very emotional, and we thought at the end there, we were like, we're gonna do it. We're gonna win this game.
Yeah.
and then he just gave the ball away. That's the only way they can explain it. He gave it away.
I mean, honestly, we only should have lost really one game, and that was to Alabama
Yeah,
this year.
I mean,
We shouldn't
hand
even
down
have lost
Alabama.
that. I don't think so, and here's why. You lost so many people on the defensively. Danny O'Brien, obviously, that's a guy smack dab in the middle. That's your run defense.
I've never seen. They played scared. I feel like
Yeah, they were scared
They played
because after
Alabama
that,
scared.
I think after the loss to Texas, that they were kind of just crushed. And I mean, another thing too that we have to put in consideration is all the injuries. I mean, the injuries are not really what did them in, but they didn't help whatsoever. I mean,
Nothing. No.
I think they just gave up.
That when I watched them play against Vanderbilt, I've never seen linebackers run away from the ball like that. That was the worst performance of our linebackers.
I mean, you
I've
got to
ever
think
seen.
about, okay, who did we have at the beginning of the season at linebacker?
Reeves Maven.
Yeah.
Jalen
You had Reeves Maven. Reeves Maven, outside linebacker. Okay, you cannot tell me that guy did not go in there and make the most tackles in the game almost every single game. Okay, that guy is a run him down pursuit guy. That is, and when we lost him, I mean, he's a leader of the defense. He's a defensive captain. I think at one point in the season we had one captain, and it was Josh Dobbs going up there alone. You've lost, not only that, you've lost a lot of leadership. And when you lose leadership on a team, what happens?
It falls apart.
It falls apart. You don't have correct leadership. And I think it's part on Butch Jones now. I still believe
That's
in
what
Butch
I
Jones.
that's what I was going to ask is where do you think Butch Jones goes from here, or how we feel about Butch Jones? You know,
It's really hard for a coach to lose to Vanderbilt twice in 4 years and make it. So I think what we're going to see in his fifth season, he's going to be on the hot seat big time.
I was just going to go back on that and talk about how many injuries we actually had. In the Florida game alone, which, according to 7B Nation, we actually lost 17 scholarship players to injury.
17.
Wow. 17.
Scholarship, nonetheless. Yeah. That's not what, I mean, and think about this. You got freshmen, you got red shirts, all inexperienced. It's kind of like the season where we went 7-5, but our majority of our team was freshmen.
Well, and that was something that I was thinking too. Is all the players that we've got now are going to be gone in the next couple of years. I mean, and who do we have after that? Are we going to be rebuilding again? Because that's something I've heard over and over again is we're rebuilding. We're rebuilding.
brick by brick.
Yeah,
Well,
brick by brick.
Tennessee fans are done hearing that.
Yeah,
They're
we're done
sick of it.
hearing we're rebuilding. So, I mean, in 2 years when most of our star players are gone, or
That's where recruiting comes in. And I think we just locked up this guy named Trey Smith.
Yeah.
Awesome offensive line. Our weakest link on offense wasn't the wide receivers, wasn't the running back, and wasn't necessarily the quarterback, although he did have some shabby games. He had a really good season number-wise. But I think offensive line, you've got Dormandy, okay? Dormandy is a throw-down-the-field passer. He's a vertical guy,
yeah.
right? Your offensive line doesn't hold up against him. Guess what? Jared Garantino, he's coming in. He's coming in to play that game because this offense was ran completely on the quarterback option, okay? The quarterback looks at the line. They look at how many defensive linemen they have, and they check the box, okay? When they check the box, Josh Dobbs has a decision to A, run that ball himself, B, hand the ball off to the halfback, or C, pass. It's what they call the run-pass option. They ran that this whole season. So
All our teams that we're going against, they're going, okay, this is a one-trick team. This is all they've got.
well, not
And-
necessarily, because I mean, I think, and Mike Bajakian did show a little bit of aggressiveness in some of the games, especially towards the second half of the season.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, I just think that if you do not fix the offensive line pieces and you throw Dormandy in there, it's not going to be good because A, he's not a running quarterback, so he's not going to be able to get out of trouble like Josh Dobbs would.
All right. So, in kind of bringing this in and kind of finishing up this segment, where do you guys expect to see Tennessee next year? And do you think that we're actually going to be a team to compete with?
I think
Yeah.
it depends on the recruiting class.
Next year's going to be a rebuilding team again.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
I think by getting that big recruit that we just got, I think that will actually jumpstart this whole recruiting class, and we'll be able to make it a good one. But I mean, it's just gonna be up to our coaches and our assistant coaches. I mean, our defensive coordinator did not bring any of his own staff with him. That's really rare and really strange. So hopefully, maybe he gets a couple guys he hires. Maybe he gets, but I don't know.
I think that's one of the things we were missing this season too, is there was, you had Bush Jones. We're not getting answers from Bush Jones.
No, he definitely played it off. He was like, hey, we just we
We're
get out
champions
there.
of
And,
life.
yep,
Coach Coach
coach talk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just avoiding all questions. And here's the thing. This is my message to Bush Jones. Let us know what is going on. Okay? If you lose a game to Vanderbilt or South Carolina, don't be afraid to come out there and say, yeah, I'm ashamed. We lost this game. Okay? Not come with some bull crap of like, yeah, we may have lost South Carolina, but that's not really how he talks.
Yeah.
He's from Michigan. But, I'm just impersonating an avid Tennessee Vols fan. That's how we talk around here.
What? Yep, not me. We're in Tennessee ball game.
Yeah.
We got time like this.
LSU beats Florida, okay, in the South Carolina. Was that right, or was that the next week? I believe it was at the South Carolina game that Florida beat LSU.
Yeah.
Okay. Come out there and say, look, we got to hand it to us. We're going to work on fixing this stuff. There, and even maybe we have some miscommunications among our staff, because I think that's a big thing. You maybe necessarily don't have a coach that is really in touch with his lower staff, and I think that's very important in running a team.
I still believe that even if we had we still lost the South Carolina game. If we had still lost it but beat Vanderbilt, we would probably be going to the Sugar Bowl, because they would
There's
choose
no problem
us.
about it, yeah.
Right, they would choose us over Florida or Auburn, whoever they're taking now. I believe it's Auburn, last I heard, and now we're forced to go into the Music City Bowl with
Yeah.
who is it, Nebraska?
Nebraska.
Yeah.
Which is
I would not
nearly
take Nebraska as a joke.
right, but it's not
I
nearly
I
as good
actually
as
was
the Sugar Bowl.
surprised with because I don't think that the Music City Bowl's ever had two good teams like this, because these are teams that are quality, and Music City
Think about the
Bowl is
last two
teams.
times we've played Nebraska in bowl games. Okay, one was for the national championship in 1997 with Peyton Manning. All right,
Peyton
And
Manning.
we went down. Yeah.
Year of
That's a
Every-
famous name
When you
around
hear
here.
Peyton Manning, like, people just get nostalgic. You see that little glitter in their
Right.
eye.
But anyways, what I was saying was, we were playing in 1997.
Then you want to go to Papa John's. I just had to throw that in
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Papa John's. We were playing in the 1997 a bowl. I don't know exactly what
Coordination
bowl. I
bowl.
don't have that stat up there for you, but we were playing in 1997, and we got absolutely manhandled by Nebraska, who won the national championship that year in '97. Right? Of course, after Peyton Manning, we go on to win the national championship in '98.
Florida State.
And then I think it was around the 2000s, early 2000s, manhandled again by Nebraska.
Now, do you think this is going to be a three-peat then? I mean, if this is the same team that we've been seeing play for the last half of the season, we're going to get manhandled.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, what if we're the team that we played at the first of the season, though? You know what I mean?
Another thing to look at is every single bowl game
The last two.
that Butch has taken us to, we have absolutely destroyed the opponents that we have gone against.
So is Butch gonna crack some heads and say, "Look, we're winning this no matter what"?
I think so because, and here's why. Nebraska is not nearly as good of a team as the last few times that we have faced them in a bowl. I mean, you're looking at a defense that's average, you're looking at an offense that's average, and you're looking at a special teams that is average. Okay? We've got an offense that's above average, if not sometimes just amazing.
I think
But
Cameron's got a
at the
point.
same time that they're average and everything, they have the same reason to beat us that we do them. They lost their ending game we lost our ending game of the season.
Okay, well that's
So,
true.
This is that. I think it makes it for a much more interesting battle because it's like you're in the same place and you're trying to get ahead.
Well, I guess kind of in finally finishing this up, I just wanted to go around and ask every single one of you, because I think this was the big thing this year. Cameron, how did you feel when Tennessee actually beat Florida?
That was the dream. I kissed my brother almost on the mouth. It was not on the mouth, but it was.
We are from Tennessee.
Hey, we're not in Southern Alabama though. Okay.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
Shots fired.
Anyways, it was a momental part of my life this week, and
Jake?
this year.
So what about you? How did you feel?
You know
Or
what
did
I
you
did.
watch the game?
Yes.
You were watching?
Actually, I fell asleep at halftime and woke up. It was actually the week after my knee surgery. I fell asleep at halftime because I was really upset. Woke up right with 30 seconds left in the game. I spring up and I
And you're
fall
like,
right
"What's
on
going
my
on?"
knee. I lay on the floor for 2 hours waiting for Mom to get home because I can't get up. And I'm like, we won!
And if you didn't know, Jake has he plays for Coalfield football, and he actually tore his MCL and a few other things. So that's why he's saying he laid in the floor for a couple hours and couldn't get up.
Adam, so what about you? How did you feel at the golden moment of our? I think that probably was the golden moment of our year.
Pinnacle.
Yeah.
Listen, I was in college for 5 years at the University of Tennessee. All right.
And in those 5 years,
In those 5 years, I attended 4 Florida games. Okay, 2 in the Swamp and 2 at Knoxville, and we lost every single one of them. I have been waiting for years to beat Florida. Literally years, since in 2004 when we kicked that field goal. I have been waiting this long, and when it finally happened, I was like, "This is it. Bush Jones is our guy."
I after that game, I really thought that was our season was just up. I mean,
Especially knowing that they went into the SEC championship.
We didn't just win; we stomped them.
Oh yes, absolutely.
At that point, whenever we were beating them, I was like, "Come on, Alabama! Let's bring it
Yeah,
on."
I know. I was
Let's
like,
go.
we're gonna crush Alabama.
Alabama's
I-
no contest.
I was
with their
like, we're
freshman
done.
quarterback and,
And-
crap.
If you remember that week, everybody in Tennessee, and I guarantee you, take this to the bank, everybody in Tennessee was walking around. They felt awesome. They're like, I remember that Monday. I think I go to college. Okay, I don't go to the University of Tennessee. I go to a tech school. Okay, there was 2 people there. The rest of them were drunk because Tennessee won. I'm just telling you, that's
Two of
how
my
seriously
teachers
we
were
take it.
absent because they were still they were
Yeah.
bad.
See, I mean, so
2 high school
that was
teachers
it.
were bad.
Anyway, thank you guys for listening to this segment of our podcast. If you like it, just go ahead and tune in some more on YouTube. If you want to subscribe, hit that like button, smash it. Maybe put some comments down there
Yeah,
about
just
how bad you think we are at commenting about football. I'm a super nerd. My man Cameron over here actually does like football.
Most of us are just nerdy musicians, though.
Yeah, nerdy musicians, and then that's why we had to bring in our football expert over here, Jacob Coker. Give me some 5 for
I
coming
was
in.
actually an Alabama quarterback last year.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
No.
Not really.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you have a good day.